This is luk tau sa, or Cantonese mung bean soup.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
Yes, I know it looks disgusting, but hear me out. It actually tastes really good and it's actually quite healthy for you. This is a type of Cantonese dessert called ton sir, or dessert soup. It's kind of more like an oatmeal, but it tastes really good and I thought I'd film a recipe video on how to make it. So don't judge a book by its cover and let's make luk tau sa. It legit looks like
poo-poo.
So making luk tau sa is actually quite simple and it's almost like a sweet dessert chili. So just a note that making mung bean soup and red bean soup are exactly the same thing. Red bean soup will take a little bit longer just because of how long it takes to cook and for the red beans to absorb all the water. But first you want to get your beans and then wash them and then soak them. Preferably if you want to do it quickly with warm water, but otherwise if you're doing it overnight, cold water is fine. While your beans are soaking, fill up a pot of water and start soaking some of your dried Chinese medicinal ingredients. Common Chinese medicinal ingredients that we'll put into this are tangerine peels, ginger, lotus seeds, this thing called a foxnut barley, and dried lily bulbs. It's called bahab. I had to Google that. I don't know. When your beans are done soaking, it is imperative that you drop a few beans because you're an idiot and you use too small of a container. But after you finish cleaning up, then you pretend nothing happened. Nothing happened. And then you just dump that into your pot of water. Add more water if you need to, but then that's basically it. Just cook it like chili, put it on low, cover the lid, and just cook it until the beans are all mushed up and soft and delicious. Don't forget to stir occasionally in case any of them get stuck to the bottom. You don't want any burned beans. If it gets too thick, you can always just add more water while you're cooking. Super simple, super forgiving, super easy. Once the beans are all fully cooked, then you can throw in your sweetener. Usually we use this type of brown sugar. I'm only going to use a little bit just because less sugar means more gains. And then I'm going to replace that with some extra stevia. Mix it up to taste and you're done. You just cook that off until it boils and you can serve. Doesn't that look appetizing? So appetizing, but it's actually really good. Trust. You can always trust the internet. Facts. This is green bean dessert soup, or luk tau sa in Chinese. It's basically like a sweet chili, like not chili, but like a sweet like bean soup. It's so good. There's just beans, like a lot of Chinese herbs and like I guess medicinal things. So it's almost like an oatmeal, but it's like really sweet, really like. Again, as I always say, ting tim, which is like a refreshing sweetness. And a lot of like Chinese restaurants, they'll have this at the end of Chinese dinners. And this is so good. They have a red bean version too, which I actually prefer more. But it's actually not green bean, sorry. This is Chinese mung bean soup. Or Chinese mung bean dessert soup, I guess. And you saw how I cooked it, right? It's really healthy. It's just beans, some lotus seeds. Sometimes people put peanuts. Sometimes. Ooh, if you want it to be really good, you'll cook it with some mochi balls. And inside the mochi balls will be either like, it might be lava, so it might be salted egg. It might be red bean. It might be black sesame paste. I did a really basic version. Usually they'll have a lot more Chinese herbs and medicinal stuff. I'm just too lazy to find it. But this is so good. You can adjust the sweetness to your liking. If you go to a Chinese restaurant and they and like at the end they'll have some type of soup thing. Sometimes it'll be red bean, maybe it might be like grass jelly. And maybe it'll be this. And it's so healthy. Like, I definitely recommend giving it a try. Super easy too, right? You saw how I cooked it. Like barely any active cooking time. If you're worried, you can replace the sugar with different types of sugar. Actually, Chinese people do use a lot of monk fruit sweetener. I don't know what it's for, but like it's supposed to be like good, like medicinally. Like, it looks disgusting. It looks like... I will be the first one to tell you it looks disgusting. Like... Look at it. It looks disgusting. But it is so good. I would say the green bean one is easier to cook, or faster to cook. Just because red bean... Something about red bean, it just does not absorb water, and you have to cook it for a long time. Green bean? Much faster, or not... I keep saying green bean because it's green bean in Chinese, luk tau. But in English, it's mung bean. So mung bean soup. And it's so healthy. If you care about the nutrition, it's high in protein. Has a lot of micronutrients. You can eat it hot or cold. I'm eating it cold right now. And like cold on like a summer day, it's so refreshing. And then hot like at night or when it's really cold. Oh, that is so good. Definitely give it a try. I need to clean that up. Whoops. yeah, have a good day. I almost forgot. So I put in this container. It's a yogurt container. But notice how it's thick, right? It's thick. It's not like liquidy or like goopy, right? If it's goopy, that means that the restaurant's probably skimped out. I'll include probably some pictures or some images of just like really bad like examples of restaurants like being just skimping out, where like this one, the one I made, it's thickened through the starches of the actual bean, right, of the mung bean. But then when restaurants want to skimp out, instead of doing that, right, they'll put less mung bean because mung bean's expensive, right? And then they'll put more water, and then they'll thicken that with cornstarch. And like that just like, it's just so sad when you eat that and you're just like, man, this is poop. Or like sometimes even it's not thickening. Sometimes they go through it too quickly. And then the beans don't have enough time to like kind of disintegrate, or not disintegrate, but like break down, and then the starches to like free float into the water to thicken it. And then you'll just have like hard pieces of bean along with like goopy soup. So just make sure to cook it on like low and slow, and cook it a little bit longer, and then just feel it out, right? It will thicken after it cools. If it thickens too much, just add more water, right? But yeah, that's green bean soup. Hope you like it. It's so refreshing. Cold, hot, with mochi, without mochi. It's so good. Yeah, have a good day. So this, you can't see it. Okay. But it... Whoops.